SoFloRadio.com and SoFloTelevision.com. Since the dawn of civilization, the elusive quest in pursuit of the perfect drink continues to evolve. Now more than ever, we reap the rewards of this passion. The perfect vintage, the finest brew, or a spirit of optimum age and class. And now, SoFloRadio.com invites you to discover the wonderful world of booze by the glass.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to By the Glass. What a wonderful show we have for you this evening. I'm joined by my guest host Jason.
Hey.
And I've been crazy and bad on the board.
How do you know it's going to be a wonderful show?
Oh, you know why I know it's going to be a wonderful show? Because we have the beautiful and luxurious Miss Beth M. Sadowski in the house.
I should have just shut my pie hole about the legs,
Shut
right?
your goddamn pie hole. And you know how much we love Beth is we always left
Still
up
have
her
her sign
free
up.
olive oil shaving because she is the queen of olive oil. I heart olive oil, and I love it so much more when Beth is around. Thank you so much for joining us in studio.
Well, thanks for having me.
It's always such a pleasure. And then may I say, and I think that everybody's going to agree here, you look so lovely. What have you done to yourself? You got kind of like a makeup. She looks
well,
beautiful.
I cut my hair since last time I was
It looks
here.
great.
It looks
And
good.
alcohol helps, you know.
Absolutely.
Hair
Alcohol has been helping me.
Alcohol in your hair?
For years. No,
Helps you guys make you think I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay, that's it. Yeah, that too. Not that I've been drinking for the last 3 hours or anything, but it's so wonderful to have you here. And you know, the thing is that not only is Beth lovely and an educator, which I love about her, she's got some cutting edge products. She's in the scene. She's happening. She's hot. She's really affiliated with a lot of big. Mainstream, I mean, you know, a lot of retail outlets out there where you can find her products, and we're going to get into all that and plugging all the wonderful things. that
Cutting
are
edge
Beth.
is debatable. We'll bring that up.
No,
later.
but cutting edge is not debatable because what are we doing tonight? Vinegar-based cocktails, which are the height of cutting edge, Jason.
They've been around since the 18th century.
You know what, though? But
man.
it takes somebody like Beth M. Sadowski to bring them back to the forefront, and,
They are
and a
coming.
medium like By the Glass show to bring it all together, and I bring it to you.
That's right.
All right.
All right?
I'll
So
submit.
there's nothing debatable about it. Isn't that right? And Dio gives me the nod in the background. All right. So as I say this to you and I introduce you, tell me a little bit. Let's start off for the people that don't know. Now, Beth had a prior appearance on the show, which was exceptional. I mean, it was one of our fun. And you know what? It was one of the better shows where we actually did shots of vinegar.
We did. We
Yeah.
did.
And it was fantastic. And I really enjoyed it, and it kind of is a precursor, a setup, because I don't think a lot of people understand that here's the geek part, acetobacteria that really happens in beer is something that happens due to oxidation. It is a form of bacteria that turns beer, wine, or such, or even grape juice before it's fermented. It can happen. Turns it into vinegar or vinegar-like notes. This can happen in a beer that has been aged in a certain way, i.e. like a Flanders Red or some type of Brettanomyces or a certain type of yeast that can give an acetobacter type of aspect to a beverage. And people learn to enjoy this. There are all kinds of sour beers on the market, and this kind of falls into that range of really cool and hip to take the actual vinegar, because all it is the next step of real fermentation and of oxidation and what happens to these products, and bringing them into the forefront with something that we can mix it with. We are masters of mixology in this world. We mix all kinds of things together. Why not take this to the next level, right, Beth?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm ready.
What is some of your? Give me some feedback with the world, the cutting edge world, or what's going on with the world of vinegar today, and olive oil for that matter.
Well, specifically the vinegars, a lot of people, the vinegars are very good for you. Wine vinegars, fruit vinegars are very...
Apple cider vinegar.
Apple cider vinegar, yes.
Jason goes to a doctor.
Yeah, he swears by it. A shot of it every day.
So
that and tequila.
Yeah, absolutely. So the way I look at it, it's all about balance. You're balancing out these very healthy vinegars with a little alcohol, little yin yang in your life.
I don't necessarily know this for a reason, for sure, but what is it about the vinegar? Does it thin your blood, give you good... What is it? Do you know?
It balances your pH. That's what he says.
It balances your pH levels. It's very cleansing and detoxifying.
Oh.
The vinegars that I brought today are Rosendahl. They come from a small family farm in South Africa.
Right.
And each one is macerated with different botanicals. And these botanicals have different health benefits for you.
Oh, fantastic.
You know, such as lavender or hibiscus or green tea. So each one,
Now, did they steep the actual raw elements into the vinegar, or how does that work?
It-
I know they're macerated. Do they macerate the grape as it's turning into vinegar, or do they turn it into grape juice, then have it turn to vinegar, then steep the products in it?
The
Most
product's
likely,
made
right?
into vinegar, then
Yeah.
it's macerated into it. It's all a cold process.
Okay, it's cold process.
And then it sits in there, they strain it, and then they continue to age the product after.
Do they age it in wood?
Wood, oak barrels, yeah.
Kind of like one of the fine whiskeys that we've had on the
yeah.
show
These,
recently.
these ones are they're matured an average of 12 years. They use a Solaris system to age them.
George only matured for 12 years.
Yeah.
After that, he was.
Don't exaggerate.
At least you're not going backwards.
He's only going backwards when he is skating.
Right.
He does that, you know,
Yeah,
the crisscross
that's right.
thing.
So
Yeah, and driving. I've
What
had
we're
backwards.
drinking tonight, is it a shrub?
Well, not necessarily. It looks like liquid to me. I don't know.
Well, no, that's what they call vinegar drinks.
So,
Shrubs.
Well, shrubs are actually it's a mixture of fruit, sugar, and a vinegar that's made into. That's what the bartenders and the top mixologists
way.
are calling these days.
That's
These-
awesome. Jason, cutting
Way to
edge.
pull it
These
through
are not
Wikipedia.
shrubs
Yeah.
because there's no sugar in it. It's just a natural
All right.
vinegar that's been aged and reduced by
Okay,
itself.
so is a shrub something you buy pre-sugared vinegar, or can we make a shrub by
You could-
adding some vinegar to the drinks we make tonight?
You could make a shrub. So we could take some fresh fruit,
Okay.
some sugar, or a simple syrup, or something comparable to that, and a vinegar, any type of vinegar.
Now,
and
have you
get a
made
shrub.
some syrups over here? What is this that you made in your little green Tupperware?
I
Yeah.
did. I don't. Can the camera see it?
If you hold it up to it.
So I made a jalapeno simple syrup. Very
Wow.
very simple. Just water, sugar, and I stuck the whole jalapeno in there and boiled
That
it
is
down.
beautiful.
I didn't want to have to strain it later. I was making my life very simple.
Yeah.
So it's great if you want to stick your
It
finger.
looks
in
kind of
there.
like a science experiment.
It does.
But,
It's a little
uh,
it's a little shriveled up now.
It certainly is, sweetheart.
I-
No, I'm just kidding.
I left the jalapeno in there for aesthetics.
Yeah, it's yummy, smelling.
It's got a nice
I don't
vegetable
want to touch
quality.
it.
You know, it smells a little bit more like green beans than it does jalapeno.
I don't want to touch your pepper.
And I think that just because it's shriveled, and I think that
That's right.
I think that it's really nice quality, actually.
The
I
shriveled pepper?
No, the green bean.
Take some wrinkles out of it. Take the wrinkles
I've
out
never
of
heard
the
it was nice when it was shriveled. George Costanza in the pool. Shrinkage.
Yeah, nice and shriveled. They don't go together.
Yeah, but no, this is quite nice actually. There's a nice green bean, like a nice sweet green bean that comes off it. I can't wait to pour that in. And the thing is that we've just had some fruit infused beverages on the show. We did a show about fruit infused tequila where they used a jalapeno tequila, which was good for making, let's say, a Bloody Mary. Do you think that you could work that concept in with this type of simple syrup, maybe like into like a drink that would have vegetables in it, like a Bloody Mary? Whatever. I mean, the aspect of it is just you can do anything you want, right?
Oh, absolutely. With the syrups or the vinegar or both?
Well, both. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, with these syrups I make, you know, when you speak of Bloody Marys, my new thing
Yeah.
is forget about the vodka. I have
Okay.
whiskey Bloody Marys.
Yeah. I want to hear
Oh,
all
wow.
about it.
That
I
sounds
love
cool.
whiskey Bloody Marys. So I actually have one of these. You could do a little shot of this vinegar. I would go for one of the more savory ones, so you
Uh-huh.
get that like vegetable taste to it, and a little jalapeno.
Savory
absolutely.
translates in the mouthfeel world as umami.
I'm afraid, but let's
Umami.
do it.
Umami.
Umami.
Yeah, umami means that it has a savory or meaty kind of soy sauce is umami, or a nice mackerel fish. Just for you
good.
at home that are scoring. Anyway, so that's absolutely wonderful. I can't wait to try some of this stuff. But tell me a little bit about where Beth got started and everything. Now, I had the pleasure of meeting Beth at the Johnson and Wales when I was sitting in teaching a class, and she was it was one of her classes that she was chaperoning, so to speak. How's it going down there? Are you still working down there? What's going on?
I am. I
Yeah.
teach one class a term there as an adjunct professor. Last term I taught a non-alcoholic beverage course.
Really?
Yes,
What was that
non-alcoholic.
like?
You know, it was actually very interesting, and the students seemed to be interested. But
So is
it's-
that like craft sodas
Did you make
and
soda?
tea beverage? Well,
Yeah.
you know, we talk. It's funny you say that because welcome to By the Glass, by the way, a show about beverage culture, SoFlo Radio, every Thursday at 6:00, and bytheglassshow.com, where you can see all 150 bevy of shows on everything under the sun. And one of those things that I really want to do in the upcoming future is do a show about some non-alcoholic beverages. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
this
I want to
year.
make root beer.
Root beer is one, but that's like a soda. But there's like tea, coffee. I mean,
Right.
there's a lot of different really crazy drinks that are out there that people are enjoying.
People are very health conscious these days for
Yeah.
non-alcoholic beverages, and
Right.
you've seen a lot of trendy restaurants. There's actually a menu like craft non-alcoholic beverage cocktails being made.
Give us some examples, please.
You can do one with the vinegar drink. So I would say, a club soda with maybe a jalapeno syrup and a splash of orange soda and some fresh fruit in it.
Yeah.
It's just people who don't want to drink. Maybe they have health reasons or just
But the cocktail
Yeah.
aspect can be created without the alcohol.
exactly.
Wow, and you're teaching a class on that, huh?
So
that's
I,
cutting edge.
I actually challenged my students. Her term project was
Right.
to develop a non-alcoholic beverage program for a restaurant, hotel, or a cruise line, something to that extent.
That's amazing.
It was very challenging for them.
I bet. Yeah, it's interesting because how would we go about that to make a non-alcoholic beverage that was actually? Yeah, I really do like. It's funny. Everything here is so.
I make
based on
homemade
alcohol.
lemonade all the time.
All right, so there's a perfect example. You make homemade lemonade all the time. So let's break it down to where out of the homemade lemonade, what you're doing is squeezing fresh fruit juices.
Also, what I do sometimes, I just take gassed water or whatever,
Yeah,
carbonated water, and I
carbonated
just
water.
squeeze lemon and limes in it, or put sugar, make my own like Sprite. I do that all the time.
That's a good one too. I would almost like to make a drink that has the flavor of coffee but is like a soda. What do you think? As a funky beverage.
Coffee
I think it
flavored
sounds
soda,
great.
yeah.
All right, that'd be
Yeah.
cool, huh? I mean, we got to take like what you would do, like you take like the carbonated water and you like somehow get the coffee bean flavors into the water and then sweeten it up. So it's kind of like a soda
it
coffee.
could be done.
But has it ever been done? I don't think I heard
Hey,
of it.
there's
No.
probably
Am I
coffee-
like cutting edge?
There's
I'll
probably
search it.
coffee
I think
flavored
that's
syrups
a-
you can use.
Yeah, syrups. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think the term for the show tonight is cutting edge.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we're cutting edge.
Manhattan Special Pure Espresso Coffee Soda. It's already done.
Gosh, darn it.
You're quite the Googler over there.
He's Google-eyed.
Fast.
He is fast. That's why we have him. It's not just for his devilishly good looks.
We're
Anyway.
all looking good today with our.
Yeah, we are. We really are.
Yes.
And by the way, thank you, Beth, for bringing these antlers.
You're welcome.
Th-
in
this
the
is really-
spirit of the holidays.
It is awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Just anything to make us shake our heads a little bit.
That's
more.
right.
Not much though. You could get in. It looks like Manhattan's the only one.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. And also, if you could like maybe take that concept and twist it a little bit, maybe like a vinegar-based coffee soda. Hey, who knows? We could do something crazy with it. We can get as wild as we want to be because the only thing that's stopping us out there is our imagination.
Here's a recipe for coffee soda. So next.
You're
time-
kidding me.
No, I swear.
Can we
to God.
post that on the Body Glass
I will.
page? Yeah, everybody out there, we're going to make a coffee soda recipe because you don't get enough caffeine out of your regular cola. You really need to drink coffee soda. And we need to, make it popular and interesting. But back to the olive oil. So iHeartOliveOil.com, one of my favorite olive oil websites, because what you can do is, especially during the holidays, hey, folks, you got a great gift idea, you need something, go to iHeart Olive Oil. Makes a wonderful gift.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, do you get a lot of business during this time of year?
absolutely. Olive oil makes everything better.
Yeah, she has
period.
gift sets and stuff.
Not only for shaving your legs, Jason does it all the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's disturbing, but I let
My
him do
personal area.
it.
Actually.
As long
We're-
as
you
he
know,
doesn't do it in the studio.
I started to outsource for services. I was getting too many hits for leg shaving on the website, so
was
now
all
we hired-
George. It was
we
all
hired-
George.
We hired a third-party company to handle that.
And I should have shut my mouth because look, jeans down to her feet, down to her toes
I
today.
know.
I know. I purposely did not wear a dress
no,
or skirt
no,
because
yeah.
you know.
She didn't want me licking her legs again. Like last time. She said she had olive oil all over her legs. Next
Should
thing
we
you know,
tell
I'm under the
everyone- Should we tell
table.
everyone the backstory of the olive oil leg shaving?
Please do.
Yeah.
Please do.
So when I was here in the last show, I had explained that olive oil is great for your body as far as aesthetics wise, and it's great for your skin, moisturizer, and you can even shave your legs with
Right.
it.
She said that.
Exactly.
And then she said, "No, well, there's more to it than that." And then she thrust her leg out.
That-
It's tan
Yeah, I
and
do
everything.
believe that
and said,
did happen.
"See,
for the record, that did not happen.
and just like, yeah, I saw it. It was all I could do not to start licking on the olive oil off of her leg.
Right,
so,
right.
yeah, that was the most interesting thing that happened in the show, if you ask me.
It's just, and then
I'm going.
the night is
on
just
record.
starting. So
Really?
Let's
All right.
see.
Well, olive oil.
Vinegar makes me crazy.
I'll get the shower curtain because I was thinking of something we can do with olive oil besides shaving legs.
Okay. And
I'll
at that
shower
note,
curtain.
we'll bring it back to the website. So
Thank
you get a
you.
lot of hits for the holidays, huh?
Absolutely.
And it makes a great gift. And let's face it, for people that don't drink alcohol, God bless them, you can send them some nice olive oil, and it can be used for so many things. Correct?
Yeah, we have an olive oil, extra virgin olive oil of the month club.
That one's for
those are-
Dio.
Those
Yeah.
are very that's very popular this
Yeah.
time of year.
Is it really?
Yeah, we get a lot of purchases for that. It's one of those gifts that keep on giving.
It certainly does. And now you've gotten some. We're in South Florida, folks. For those who are listening to us in Alaska or Australia, South Florida is a very interesting place. You have to go to retail for a lot of stuff that you get. Now, haven't you had some good retail accomplishments lately?
Yeah, absolutely. So the products that I import, I heard olive oil has exclusivity for the U.S.
Right.
So now we're in, probably almost 500 accounts, restaurants, and retail stores throughout the country.
Some of the brick and mortars where if I wanted to
Right.
walk in and buy your
We're in
tangible.
every single Fresh Market.
That's fantastic.
There's about 130
Fresh
of them.
Market's really, I got to say,
It's a nice
and
place.
I will. Fresh Market, I kind of like it better than a lot of the bigger stores because it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more. I don't know. When you walk in there, you have a better feeling about. I like the food a little bit better that they put out. I kind of like their product a little bit better, especially with their gourmet stuff. It seems a little bit more attention to detail.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I love Fresh Market.
Yeah, there's not as many of them, and they could use a few more.
Yeah.
But
And-
overall,
And one of my favorite local retail stores that's really great for the foodie
Yeah.
is 1,000 Pound Egg in Fort Lauderdale. They have all my products, do a great job. And
okay, I'm gonna show my naivete
Have you
here.
been there?
I don't know that place.
1,000 Pound Egg.
Tell
It's
us
a cool
all
name,
about
right?
it. It sounds extremely interesting.
So it's just food products.
Where in Fort Lauderdale? What Manors?
Victoria Park.
Okay, close enough.
On the northeast corner of Victoria Park, near the Bend and Sunrise and US 1.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
1,000 Pound Egg. And they're showcasing your whole line.
Yeah, they do. They're actually because the owner runs the store on a day-to-day basis. So
Right.
she hand samples all the products. So they're one of my top sellers of products.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
and we do a lot of events there. Like I do cocktail and olive oil workshops there.
So tell me about your cocktail and olive oil workshops. I mean, are you making kind of some of the stuff that you're making tonight?
Absolutely. So I did a few months ago. We did an olive oil education workshop
Right.
where people got to come in and listen to me talk. And not sure why they didn't want to do that, but it
Oh,
was
because
fun.
you're so interesting and beautiful.
And thank you. We went through a flight of olive oils, and it was very educational. It was a lot of fun. Probably in January we're going to do a vinegar cocktail workshop similar to this, where everyone will actually get to make them hands-on.
Wow.
So stay posted to my website and
I Heart Olive Oil.
iHeartOliveOil.com for that information.
Yeah. And okay, so let's talk a little bit about vinegar. Now, what are some of the differences in the vinegars we have here tonight? Some of the basic aspects of vinegar that people at home don't know. And teach me too, because as much as I love vinegar, I like that nice syrupy balsamic and whatnot, but I don't really know too much other than that. I'm going to be honest with you. That's why I have the pro here.
Well, these vinegars, they're
Yeah.
wine vinegars. They
Okay.
come from Stellenbosch.
Okay.
They're just 4 different.
Stellenbosch, South Africa.
Stellenbosch,
South Africa.
South Africa.
Yeah.
A small family farm, great products.
One of the most biodiverse regions in the world.
Yeah.
And eco-friendly.
Yeah, the farm is fully sustainable. They grow, so they make all of their wine and all organic wine
Without any chemicals.
without any chemicals to
Yeah.
make the vinegar.
Yeah.
So it's a really interesting story. The Rosendahl farm, they were making this wine in 1980. Some of their barrels of wine, like you were saying before, turned into vinegar by accident.
Right.
And they're like, oh, we're on this is like a pleasant surprise.
Absolutely.
And they started experimenting and doing different botanicals, macerated with them, and then maturing them.
Now, let me ask you, do they blend vinegars? Older ones, kind of like Solera method, as
yeah.
they do with alcohol?
Yeah, these are matured 12 years, but it's done using the Solera system.
Solera system.
Yes.
So the folks at home that do not know, if you have a batch of a product that you've made that year, you've yielded all your fruit and you've macerated it, crushed it, let it produce, and then you have your vinegar juice, you would hold on to what has not been sold. Okay.
Macerate and crush mean the same thing?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
All right.
And then
Macerate's just more fancy.
it's just more fancy.
I don't want to be fancy.
Macerate
You're so
is
fancy.
actually crushed on its own weight of
wow.
itself.
Its own weight, so they're very soft.
Technically.
Oh.
Yes, if you crush under your own weight, then there's very soft aspects of the fruit that can really
Now
come
I'm
out.
smarter
If you crush
and
it too
thirstier.
quickly, then you're not going to get all those wonderful attributes from
It's
the
naturally
skins.
bruised.
We
Yeah.
have passed the 15-minute mark. We need drinks.
All right,
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
we have-
Okay.
We sound a siren or something.
All right, so I'll tell you what, Dio, grab a bottle of something. What do you got? Alcohol?
Do you want to
Perfect.
start with the Prosecco?
Yes.
One?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do a prosecco.
Would you gentlemen like to hand me your
Are
glasses?
you going to do this
Yes,
one?
please.
Okay. You want a bigger thing to make one, and then you can pour into all glasses. I
Well,
think
this
that's-
is easy because it's just like a.
Okay, let's do
it's
it.
like a mimosa style.
Right. So as she's making drinks, let me just talk a little bit about Solera method for you at home that do not know. The Solera method is basically you have your main batch, and then out of your main batch you pour a little bit into the front batch, and then you fill it with the newer batch.
What's this a batch of?
A batch consists of any type of alcohol or, let's say, vinegar.
Okay.
that you have. Let's say you've already sold, but you have a reserve batch.
Okay.
Right? And then as you pour off your reserve batch into a newer batch, then you fill it with the fresher batch. So you're always keeping a little bit of the old and adding a little bit of the new.
And why
So
would
that-
I want to do that?
Because they blend over the years and they can form a consistency of the product. And therefore you have a really great product that's always in your master batch.
Let me just
which is
say
a little
that the-
old, a little new.
Yeah.
No, I know they do
Smell
that
it.
with yeast. I was just pointing at
Talking
the
to the mic,
microphone.
yeah.
The
so-
smell of
like
vinegar
the
is
mother.
wafting through the air.
But it is,
That's it's good though. All right, so what do we
you
got?
guys want to taste the vinegar by itself
I
before
do.
we add the prosecco?
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, so give me some notes. This is exceptional. I think this is wonderful. I'm a huge
So
vinegar
take
fan.
just take a little baby sip and
Yeah.
let it sit in your mouth.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
love the smell.
Let it
This
like
is
say your,
amazing.
your mouth will start to salivate and just
I'm
really
really
enjoy it. Get
afraid.
those
This
aromatics.
reminds me of Christmas. I don't know why.
It smells cidery already. What flavor is
God,
this?
that is good.
This is lavender.
I love vinegar. Let me tell you something, folks. You might think we're crazy, but we're cutting edge.
And you'd be right.
And I'll tell you what. The reason we are so cutting edge is because
Wow, it does taste pretty good.
all over the world for hundreds of years,
Just a
people
little
have
taste.
let their alcohol, including wine and beer, get to the point to where
Zing.
it is vinegar style, and then they mix the vinegar with the milder, and they give you a little bit of a sourness. That sourness can act as a balance to the sweetness, or like the malt, same way as a hops does. Okay.
All right.
It's a basic concept that is throughout the alcohol world that many people utilize over in Europe, and it's coming to America. And you better give it the program. Seriously,
All right.
So this is one of my favorite.
That's some good shit.
This is one of my favorite lavender vinegars.
stuff.
Good stuff,
Because it's the perfect amount of lavender. It's not like overpowering. It's very subtle.
but it's such a sweet, lovely vinegar.
I was pleasantly surprised.
This is really nice.
And what happens is, look at the beautiful.
Because some of us like tart. I mean, I just like vinegar. I like oil and vinegar on my
But
salad.
if you
I
balance
love oil
it-
and vinegar on my salad.
Seriously.
I
Wait,
love them.
cheers.
Cheers, salud.
Cheers.
Cheers to Beth.
First-
Merry Christmas,
cocktail.
everybody.
Merry Christmas.
You guys all have-
Merry
this is great. This is great. Yeah, salute. This is fantastic. So what you're doing here is you're balancing that assetto.
So I call this my mimosa style
Come on, now,
vinegar
that's good.
cocktail.
No, that's good. It's good. Yeah.
And the reason
kind
it's
of wakes
good
you up though.
is because it balances the sweetness with a nice little bit of tartness.
Yeah, it
It's
does.
amazing.
It
I
leaves,
also like to sometimes put a sprig of rosemary or thyme in there. You get that so when you smell it, you get that herbaceous,
Yeah, herbaceous.
a nose to it. It's very nice.
Did you make that word up?
Sprig or
No,
herbaceous?
I wish I did.
Herbaceous.
a little bit of
If I can make
rhubarb.
up words
Is
like
that
herbaceous, I'd
like
be really
curvaceous?
rich.
If you add some rhubarb, you got a shrub right there. It's one of the recipes right here. I'm sorry.
A shrub? If you had some rhubarb.
we really should be
I
making
gotcha.
a shrub.
Shrub. I trim my shrubs. Anyway.
That's what I
good.
heard. That's what
Do
your
you
wife
trim it with
said.
olive oil? Just want to know.
Like chicken berries? I do. I trim it with olive oil. Yeah, this is
Is
fantastic.
this rated or rated?
It's rated G for general
Yeah,
audience.
this is family show. Manson family.
Seriously though, family could listen to this show. We don't really swear. We only get hammered on the air every Thursday. Other
Good
than that,
influences. Yes.
I think we're pretty clean actually. I don't think that
No, it's very unique.
it's unique.
I think the next time I do the show, if you guys have me back, you should.
you're
send
always
mean
welcome
if?
back. You kidding
You
me?
should send a car to pick me up so I can drink more, so I can.
We'll send you a car. Where do you live?
More than
Don't tell
one
George where you
I'll
live.
send,
I'm just kidding.
I'll send a limo. I'll send a limo and I'll say it's the one with the short skirt and the really tan, nice legs. And if that's not what you see, just keep on driving.
Yeah, 10 legs, not gonna happen.
Yeah, 10, not 10. You didn't say
I said
10.
I said tan. You said 10.
No, I said tan.
I said tan.
Okay.
I said tan.
Then we're on the same
Tan.
page. You don't
Your
tan your
legs.
legs?
Tan.
Those aren't the legs I remember.
Uh-oh, they're coming for us.
They're coming for us.
Yeah,
they want our vinegar.
It would,
olive
it would
oil
happen
cocktails.
eventually.
This is exceptional. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We are going to take a break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about all the other aspects of vinegar cocktails and all the things you can mix it with. I brought some really unbelievable cider, and we have some wonderful vodka. We're going to try it all. We're going to get crazy. We're going to get funky like we always do when we have wonderful guests like Beth in on By the Glass Show on SoFloRadio.com.
Are you online?
Well, I don't go in for that computer stuff.
Then we're not interested in you. SoFloRadio.com.
Put a team of professional consultants behind your home or business computer with Key Information Solutions, providing solutions to your internet and computing needs while keeping you on the cutting edge of technology. Preventative maintenance and networking support, hardware and custom-built computers. Let Key Information Solutions be your personal tech staff for your home or office with affordable hourly, monthly, or annual rates to fit anyone's budget. Call Key Information Solutions now. 954-973-3374. That's 954-973-3374. Or visit keyinformation.com.
When you're ready to actually lose weight safely and steadily while being monitored by a physician, the Weight Loss Clinic of Dr. Kim Jacobson is there for you. The family medicine practice was established by her father in 1956 and continues as a medical practice that now specializes in weight reduction. Dr. Kim Jacobson joined the practice 20 years ago as both a family medicine practitioner and weight loss specialist. The Weight Loss Clinic utilizes a combination of appetite suppression medication and vitamins to produce great results, usually 3 to 4 pounds per week for most patients. Now you can change your lifestyle while still enjoying your own food, just less of it. They offer a choice of 2, 3, or 4-week plans. So whether you just need to lose a few pounds or a lot, the Weight Loss Clinic of Dr. Kim Jacobson can help you. They're located at 5454 Northeast 4th Avenue in Miami, just 2 blocks west of 54th Street and Biscayne Boulevard. Call them at 305-751-0091. They'll be happy to answer any and all of your questions. That's 305-751-0091. Get started on a beautiful new body today with Dr. Kim Jacobson and the Weight Loss Clinic. Hi, this is George. You know, trying to get laid all day makes me hungry, so I go to Power Smoothie in Aventura and get the healthiest wraps and most delicious smoothies ever made. I mean, really, the smoothies are so insanely delicious, they're orgasmic. The staff is friendly there and cute. The food is healthy and real, not processed. This is not fast food. It's good food served fast, and they love me there. They even let me create my own smoothie, the Malted Jorge. Go in and ask for one. They're in the Promenade Shops right off of US 1 in Aventura, or call them at 305-792-5338. You can also visit them online at powersmoothieaventura.com.
Hey, this is Nathalise from the Sports Head Show. Log on to SoFloRadio.com every Sunday and Tuesday to hear the best in sports. And remember to follow us on Twitter at Edge and the Heads. Sunday's show is a little different. The Heads cover current events, sports, and me, Nathalise Jimenez, discuss the hottest news in entertainment. And for those who want strictly sports, the Tuesday show is just for you. Remember to listen to us on Sundays from 8 to 10 and Tuesdays from 7 to 9. John Etch and the Sports Heads, only on SoFloRadio.com.
And now we return you to By the Glass.
Hey everybody, welcome back to By the Glass. We got the wonderful Beth Sadowski in the house today, and we're trying all kinds of really crazy,
And
wild,
a wonderful
weird-
collection of vinegars.
Yeah, a wonderful collection of vinegars, and you know, an interesting and wild show we have for you this evening because we're trying something new. And did I say cutting edge? Because vinegars, cocktails, or shrubs, as Jason has so kindly pointed out to me,
Can we talk about the shrubs?
are not just the plants in front of your house anymore. They are the drinks in front of your face.
Oh, boom, bam. I have a rim shot here somewhere.
But, yeah.
Why are they called shrubs?
Does anybody know? Shrubs.
Because Jason's been reading up all about it. So I'm asking
I didn't
you.
read that part.
Why don't you put that in your Google and search it?
Please, ask the magical Google ball that knows all.
So
But,
shrubs do date back. What is it? To the 1800s.
1800s.
1800s. So
Gotta be an old world.
technically, it's a fruit, a sugar, and a vinegar macerated together, and that makes a shrub.
Okay, so yeah, that's cool.
Before that,
fruit, a
they
sugar,
were
and a vinegar?
just
Mhm.
medicinal cordials.
Oh, they're just medicinal, kind of like everything else, like gin. Good medicine, that gin.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
It's good
Does
for what ails
not
you.
really
what ails
say
you.
how
Yeah.
it got its name.
Here's the thing, and I really want to mix some of these with rum or whiskey, and I know we got some left over, but that
But
cheese
even
over there is looking
Wikipedia
pretty good
says
too.
it's become popular again in 2011 and 2012.
Do you mind if you make a Triscuit with some cheese for all of us? We're going to try and do a food pairing. I think that one aspect I really want to talk about tonight is pairing these cocktails with food. Beth, what do you think? What have you done? What do you think? Obviously, cheese, perfect.
Oh, well, these cocktails, depending on the flavor of the cocktail you make, can
Right.
be paired with any food. For example, some of the food items I like to use the vinegars for.
Yeah.
I reduce them down, drizzle them over some ice cream.
Oh wow.
Or as a jam and spread it on some cheese and crackers.
So basically, the fact that the sweet complements the creaminess.
Yes.
First of all, the acidic aspect of the drink will scour your mouth of the cream and fat.
Exactly.
Right? And give you a nice mouthfeel contrast.
I have homemade huckleberry jelly from Montana, hand-picked and made.
It looks like it's
I'll
derived.
be your huckleberry.
Shrub is derived from the Arabic word sharab,
Oh, really? That's funny.
meaning to drink.
Oh,
right.
interesting.
That's very interesting. All right, so I have a bowl of Triscuits here.
The vinegar's also really good for pickling.
Oh, so talk to me about pickles. Have you made some pickles with this kind of stuff?
I have. So, you can take a jalapeno or any vegetables or anything you want to pickle and let it sit in the vinegar and it pickles itself.
Really? Mm-hmm. So that's kind of what you did with the one in front of us there.
Absolutely.
So I'm giving everybody a
Little
cracker
spooge
with
of
some
cheese on
spooge
there?
Cheese.
I cannot tell you when
I
the
love
last time I
this.
had. What do you
It's
call
awesome.
this?
Spooge.
Spooge. Spooge.
It is a
Spooge
behind the
cheese.
glass
It's
term.
squeezed cheese.
There you go. Yeah,
I haven't had that probably since
I haven't
I
had
was.
this in forever, but I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to eating it. To tell you the truth,
There's so many
'cause it's
chemicals in
funny.
that. My body.
I almost want to pour some vinegar on it to.
Well, we're gonna. Here's the concept, guys, because we can't all talk and eat at the same time. As you guys eat and drink your vinegar, tell me what you're thinking about it as I eat and drink mine. So right now, George and Jason are eating their spooge cheese with the Triscuit, and they're trying their vinegar-based cocktail with it. And this is what we really want to happen at home, folks. And everybody else, if you want to try this now too, get your spooge out and drink it down with some vinegar.
He said
and,
spooge.
Yeah, and tell me what you think. I mean, this is what it's all about. Now remember that these things are greater than the sum of their parts. The whole aspect of
It's
this.
good. I'm glad I got the sharp. Maybe it's all because it's the only squeezed cheese that was in CVS.
Yeah, it's pretty
but
good.
it makes me want to have some bacon now with this. Maybe some smoked cheese.
Yeah,
some
nice
smoked cheese.
and bacon on
Yummy.
top of a cracker.
Well, I must say.
It definitely.
Can I chew in the microphone?
Yes,
Sure,
please,
why
please
not?
do.
Thank you.
Actually,
I got to
it's
tell you,
extra-
this brought this drink to a whole nother
better
level.
for ratings.
How's it like 10 times more? I'm serious, folks.
Yeah, definitely. I'm able to gulp it now.
I'm serious.
I just did.
The cheese, all of those creamy notes in the cheese really kind of took off the sharpness at the end of the vinegar, and all we got was that real sweet grape note that has been like basically broken down into its truest form. And with the wonderful carbonation that comes from the Prosecco, it cleaned our mouth. It really scoured it and gave us it's kind of like that ginger sushi aspect, something that cleanses your palate. This is perfect for that. I mean, this is something that seriously, you guys, if you could take this to a party at one of your Christmas parties, you're going to blow their mind. I mean, you're going to blow their mind.
It's pretty
Seriously.
awesome.
You can go out, go to iHeart Olive Oil, find out where Beth is, find out where you buy her perfect products.
Stalk her.
Find
like
me.
I do.
Stalker like George.
Yep.
Make sure you have a razor and a bottle of olive oil in one hand.
Got,
and basically,
and a
seriously,
bottle
though,
of ether and a handkerchief in the other hand.
bottle of ether and a rag.
Please,
Oh,
don't, please don't give my stalkers any good ideas.
And get some funky ideas for your friends when you go to these holiday parties. I mean,
It's pleasantly surprising. People are like, "What? Vinegars? No way!" And I honestly, a few times have to force people to try it. Then they're like, "Thank you so much for making me try these. These are the best things I've ever had."
seriously,
Yeah,
it's
they
great.
love it.
Yeah. Folks at home, let's face it. Food is all about contrast. Food is about complement. Food is about different balancing aspects. When you want to eat something, it's not just about the way it tastes. It's about the mouthfeel. It's the way it is in your mouth, perceived. If you have something greasy or something big and fatty, what do you want? You want something that's going to scour that and clean your palate so that you can eat something else. When you have something that's spicy, what do you want? You want something sweet so it can quench the heat. You want something that's going to work together in your mouth. These are very simple concepts that work very well. Vinegar is an aceto type of aspect. It gives you a nice astringency. What does that work well against? It works well against fat. It works well against malt and sweet. It works well to balance a lot of aspects. These things, they can work in perfect harmony, and this is a beautiful, wonderful way to really experience one of these wonderful products in nature, like a really good vinegar, in a whole nother way that no one's doing right now. And to get out there in forefront and to really enjoy it, I think that you're really going to have a wonderful time this holiday. Right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So as we're moving right along, let's go a little bit more hardcore. I want some hard whiskey or something, right? What do we got?
We got vodka, flavored vodka.
Either
and
tequila,
tequila.
or vodka, but this says whiskey or rum. Do we have any either one of those?
I have a good vinegar to pair with the whiskey.
I have
if you
some
wanna do that.
rum in the upside down carousel.
Let's grab
some
the rum.
Bacardi White.
Let's grab the
You're
rum.
not going to bring it out of there. You got to use it there.
That's fine. Just fill a glass.
Here.
Fill a glass with some rum because rum's a little sweet. And even though it's white rum, that's fine. I just want the alcohol. Here's what I want to understand next. I want to understand how the sweet alcohol, like a rum, can balance with the really good vinegar. Now, what was the vinegar we just tried?
The lavender vinegar.
Okay, now how does that differ from some of these other ones you have?
So for the rum one, depending on the rum, but I would probably recommend the Finbos.
Okay, now what is that?
And now you're probably wondering, well, what is Finbos,
Yeah,
Beth?
What is that?
Please, Beth, tell us what Finbos is.
I'm begging you.
So, beg some more, please.
Oh, please, Beth. Please wear a skirt next time. I mean, tell us what Finbos is.
Finbos is an herb or bush that's very indigenous to South Africa. Very similar to the Robos plant. And do you guys know what Robos is? Kind of
I
like
know
the tea.
Robos Cop, but I don't know Robos Plant.
Robos
your boats.
How quick are you, Jason? Robos?
Jason's quick.
No,
Robos
do
go.
you
We'll
know
make
how
one.
to
All his
spell
wives,
it?
you don't even
Very
want to know.
quick.
I just tried to come up
Do
when I
not
started
ask me how
typing
to
in
spell
stuff.
it.
I know Robos Cop.
This one is also macerated with buchu, honey bush tea, rose geranium, wild olive,
she's swearing at
wild
us.
rosemary.
I recognize two of those ingredients, but they sound really good.
Yes, exactly.
What's your
My antlers don't want to stay on.
Yeah, your antlers don't want to stay on. Mine won't come off.
There we go.
They're like stuck like glue.
How do you
Anyway.
spell that?
Finbos, Fynbos.
Boutros Ghali. Yes. Anyway, so we got another Boutros, right? Boutros
Oh, yeah.
is one of the is the name of the actual thing. So we're gonna make a drink here, and we're using some rum. I wanted to use some whiskey or rum, which is what we're doing. But yeah, you don't have to go. You can just make one, and then we can all taste it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
All right.
because basically I wanted to accent
All right.
it. Now, are we gonna pour a little?
Really no.
I really hate that idea.
Are we gonna? Are we gonna pour a little of this
The
wonderful?
worst idea I've heard all day.
Well, I want to save that for my tequila one, but
This
we
is one
can
for the
we can
tequila.
double
Well, that's
it if you
next.
want to use it again.
No.
Okay.
We don't need to do that. We got plenty of stuff to go on here. All right, so the Boutros is definitely a shrub that grows in South Africa. Ooh, and I got a good smell.
Finbos.
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 I don't care what he says. I want my own.
So this is nice. This is beautiful.
There needs to be some rum.
Folks, you
that
have
looks
no
good.
idea what it's like to actually smell these vinegars
Thank
in,
you,
a, in a
Beth.
concept of alcohol.
Hey, I got shafted.
And
No, you didn't. I
and
got-
to think that
I got you,
these,
Jason.
you know, that these will
Oh, you're so
actually
sweet.
these are
Thank you.
There you go. Dio, you're allowed to walk around.
what this does is this
So we're
takes
drinking
whole,
this like this?
Yeah.
It's just rum and vinegar?
Yeah, we're
Straight up?
Yep, rum and vinegar straight up. And Jason, what
I
did you
thi-
just do with the prosecco? Same thing, right?
Yeah,
But
well-
then when you taste it, it tastes a little bit. It tastes different. It's
right.
something that you
Why I like
I'm
this.
trusting you guys because you have antlers on.
dude.
Oh
this
my
is
God, it's
very
so
good.
Boy, this is good.
This is.
And I'm
freaking
not
good.
just saying it because they're my product.
Why do I feel like this is going to be really
Does
good
it
for my
cut?
kidneys?
Doesn't it cut the
It
heat
is.
of the
And
rum
maybe my
away?
urethra.
Oh,
This is-
yeah.
It cuts the heat of the rum
it's-
and all of that and all of the sweetness
Yeah.
of the rum.
Little
And-
tart for me.
Why
but-
are your eyes watering? Maybe
Yeah.
too much vinegar.
Why are you
A little bit
crying?
too much vinegar
Did the
on
dog
it.
die?
Jason, here. I tell you what. Now try it with a cheese snack.
Hold on, let me try that.
Seriously, because you know what's cool about the food is the food cuts the aspect of the vinegar that's not fruity. It cuts the aspect.
Can you make mine with a little face on it?
I certainly can.
Thank you. That's very nice. It's a very cute smiley face.
Yeah, I'm
there.
making a little.
You get the
smiley.
smiley
Yeah.
face pancakes at Denny's too when you go?
all the time. And I put chocolate when I make pancakes. I put chocolate chips in them.
There you go. Little
adorable.
smiley face
See-
for Beth.
Can you guys see that?
Yeah, absolutely. And then
Isn't that
here you go.
cute? Aw.
Dio. Now the interesting thing
Eat
about
the
it is
face. Eat his face.
anything creamy or cheese or anything will cut the acid a little bit and lets you taste the fruitiness of this, and then it
Wow.
works so well with the spirit.
I think I got a little too much vinegar in mine. I'll have to be honest.
Probably.
Yeah, she hooked
I think
me.
maybe you need some more rum in your cup.
Yeah.
Put a little rum in there. You know what else works good?
Okay.
More
I'm gonna
rum.
cut it down.
Yeah, prosecco.
There we go.
I have a little prosecco in mine.
Oh, we got a shrub going now.
Here.
Oh.
You know why? This works good because you need that kind of carbonation to add to the mouthfeel. That's perfect. Seriously. If you
think
take a
it's great.
nice spirit, break it down with the vinegar to give it a little bit of a balance, because what's going to happen is it's going to first of all, it cuts through the alcohol, right, Jason? You don't
Oh,
taste
yeah.
any alcohol burn from the rum.
Oh, not at all. No, it cuts
Right?
through that.
And then what happens is,
all I'm tasting is vinegar.
well, you taste the vinegar because it's a nice balance, but then you pour a little prosecco in there. It gives you that carbonation
Oh, yeah,
you're
that's
looking for.
That's
I have a
really
feeling
good
you're like
drink
a pink cocktail type person. You like your drinks very
I
sweet.
like- No.
Not a whiskey or scotch drinker.
No, I
No, he
drink
likes
whiskey.
All
yeah.
right.
No, I mean, and I love balsamic vinegar. I have it oil and vinegar on my salad every time. And this is good. Don't get me wrong. It was just a pinch too much vinegar, I think.
I got a little
Well,
heavy-handed.
yeah, everybody has to drink to taste, like we do here on By the
Well,
Glass.
there's one thing you guys I would recommend for everyone trying to make their own vinegar cocktails at home.
Right.
And as a chef, I say this when you're making your food.
Yeah.
start small. You can always add more. It's hard to take out.
Now, is that how you got into the business? Are you a chef? Did you go to Johnson & Wales to get your education?
I did go to Johnson & Wales. I went there for culinary arts. So
Oh,
my
very
background
Fantastic.
is
So talk to me a little bit about that. Let's talk about your cooking background. Where, if you don't mind, places
No,
you've worked.
I love to talk about
What do
myself.
you like to What do you like to make? And talk to me about, because I'd like to think that By the Glass is kind of turning into a foodie as much as a beverage show, and I'd like to showcase restaurants. I like to showcase chefs like yourself, and I really appreciate you being here because this brings me into the next level. This brings our whole show into the next level because we really want to bridge the gap between beverages and food and everything because they're really a wonderful world that work well together.
So what would you like to know?
I'd like
Yeah,
to know,
well-
just give me some.
And she forgot the question.
Yeah,
question in that, or
like,
just
what's the
say
Excuse me.
question? Where should I
That was
start?
a long question.
Not like I
Brett.
talk for a living. But anyway, so just tell me a little bit about yourself and your experiences in the chef world, kind of where you worked, some of your experiences. Give me some insight.
So yeah, I'll give you a quick overview. So I started out my career as a chef. Thought I was gonna own my own restaurant one day and
Right.
be like next
Maybe
Emerald
one day you
Lagasse.
still
And
will.
I still may, but I say I'm gonna be famous soon. But I'm not gonna own my restaurant until after I make my millions, which will be soon.
And
as
then we
well.
could say we had Beth on By the Glass.
Right.
Of course, she was
When-
famous.
When she was poor.
After she was on Oprah.
Exactly. So I've had the opportunity to work in a lot of nice restaurants. I was a sous chef for a catering
You mind
company
dropping
here.
a name? here and there?
I worked for. Do you guys remember Mark's
Yeah.
and
J.
Los
Mark-
Olas?
the big Marks.
Mark
Oh, Mark's-
Militello. Yeah.
Yes.
I was a lead line cook there.
Okay.
I won't mention the date because it was over a decade ago, and it dates me.
Wow.
I worked for a small catering company down here as a sous chef, and then I moved into the front of the house, and I worked for restaurants like Outback as a supervisor, bartender. I worked for Marriott as their, and then I moved into the
That's a
beverage
tough
world.
business, Marriott. I mean, the hospitality, like it's specifically for
Yeah.
those types of places. It's a little bit tougher than like the right. I mean, it's demanding.
Working in a hotel because it's
Yeah.
24/7. It's
Yeah.
very demanding, and I was lucky enough where I ran. I did all the purchasing for the beverages for our entire property. But when
You seem like the kind of person I would have loved to have worked with. I would have walked in with my wine portfolio, sat down with Beth, and said, "This is what I got that's good this week," and she would have said, "Oh, Brett, just send it all in." Right?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I
love it.
I got a deal for you, and here's a bottle of vodka. All right, I'll take whatever
Yeah,
you got.
Here's a bottle of vodka. Yeah, that's how I used to work. I used to love
Yeah.
it. Fantastic. It's interesting, and it really takes that type of background, that type of experience, those years in the market, to be able to go out on a basis of what it is that you want to do. And I love that you're excelling with your iHeart olive oil, and that you've taken the time to believe in yourself, to put out a product like that, to be an importer. It's not easy. I can't imagine that what you're doing is easy, especially in this world, very competitive, high edge, especially in a market like South Florida. Yeah, there's a lot of consumers out there, but there's also a lot of competition, right?
It's very, very competitive. It takes a lot of chutzpah to start your own business these days.
It certainly does. Now, talk to me a little bit about, you got to go out and get the work yourself. Is there any way that you could, like, a lot of food distributors like Gordon Food Service or Cisco, would they carry your product and sell it for you? How does that work?
So I do. So because I'm the exclusive importer for these products, I work with distributors around the country. They're typically more specialty, high end.
That's good.
I work with the smaller distributors that handle the high end products and cater to the high end retailers in the white
that's where
tablecloth
it's
restaurants.
at. That's where it's at these days.
Yeah, they're very specialty items, and I find I love the bigger distributors. That everything has a need, but they tend to get lost in our portfolio.
No, you do. You get lost when it comes out. Have you ever seen these guys from Cisco's book? It's ridiculous. Literally, they sell off a book that's like 6 or 7 inches thick.
No,
Like,
no.
My next goal is to get these
Ridiculous.
into a large beverage distributor because
Oh.
they can be used for cocktails.
No, absolutely. And
If you
the
guys
thi-
have any connections.
the thing is that the problem that I would foresee for you right off the bat is that you'd have to have a wine distributor because they would have to know
Right.
aspects of selling it. And the thing is that there's a lot of talented people in the wine and spirit world, but the problem is they don't think outside the box. And the thing is that somewhere like something like By the Glass, I'm proud of the fact that we are all about everything in between, and that's like a term that I really take to heart because there's so much really great stuff going out there that is what's interesting and what's in between the fold. You got to get out.
I had no idea people drank vinegar.
Yeah, well, and the fact of the matter is,
Until last time you came on,
right?
Because you haven't been around since the 1800s.
Exactly. And you know why they drank it in the 1800s? Because they drank beer and wine that was soured because
Well,
not because it was soured on purpose.
they had to
it's
preserve
because
it.
check this out. They couldn't store it correctly, and it turned sour on its own. And guess what? They drank so much sour beer that they started to like it.
Yeah.
And then once they started to like it, then they started to produce it. Now, if you go to the region of Belgium where they make lambic, there's three types of. Let me show off a little bit here. There's three types of yeasts that are souring. The Brettanomyces yeast, the Brettanomyces bruxellensis, Brettanomyces lambiscus. I'm sorry, lambiscus, and the Brettanomyces clausi. All give you a very nice souring aspect that would turn into a vinegar note, acetobacteria. These are things that they look for. As a matter of fact, in the modern day lambic world where they make these lambics, the Gouza and all types of beers, they are scared that they don't have enough bacteria to turn their beer sour because they have these old holding tanks. And they do not have the old concepts of the fact of the matter is there was orchards out the door about 1800s that actually had these wild spontaneous yeast that would float through the air and turn things sour. That doesn't happen anymore because outside the door now is a highway. So they're really trying to look for these old world concepts. So they have to kind of make their beers taste the way they used to 100 years ago by modern methods. So to actually have something like vinegar that fairly simple to turn into that type of souring that you want. I mean, that's the basis of the whole concept of vinegar is the fact that it is soured. It's oxidized. So in order to actually make a product like this and then make your beverage sour with it,
Right.
that kind of defeats the whole purpose of souring your beverage. You understand where I'm going here?
Exactly, yeah.
Why make a sour beer when you can just take a beer and add some souring to it if
Right.
that's what you like
Sure.
to drink?
There you go.
More
I'm
options.
serious.
More
Yeah.
options.
And it's something that's as a mixologist, if you're working in a place where you're selling Rodenbach Grand Cru, you're selling the brewery, it has a wonderful souring aspect. You're selling all kinds of different Flanders reds and whatnot. Basically what can happen here is you can sour some beers with these wonderful drinks without having to worry about it. So I just think it's amazing. So we're passing around all kinds of stuff here. Talk to me. Let's get a little bit into the shriveled guy in the, and I'm not talking about George, the shriveled guy over there. In
The shriveled jalapeno syrup.
yeah,
so
let's talk about that.
I was hoping I could make one more cocktail
Do
for
whatever
you
you
guys.
want.
Is that okay?
Please.
No. So we're gonna do. This is. We're gonna mix the hibiscus vinegar, which also has elderflower, vanilla beans.
I think I remember that.
and
from
roses.
What's
last
an
time.
elder for?
Do you guys want to try this vinegar just by itself?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So pass it around in your little snifters here.
That's an elder for Jorge.
Do you ever say that you're full of piss and vinegar?
I try not to. It's not very ladylike.
Oh, that's hilarious. Jason made it funny.
This is yummy and sweet.
So this is a little sweeter.
This is probably one of the sweeter ones because it's got the vanilla baby sips and let it sit in your mouth.
Jason's gulping the vinegar.
I just said, wow, that was a sip. Oh my goodness.
So what we're gonna do next?
That
I'll
is
take your
sweet.
glasses back, gentlemen.
Yes.
Wow.
So if you want to comment on the
some alcohol in
I
there.
mean, I need a salad.
I like it.
You know what though? It's
Next
fruity
time
notes.
she's here, I'm bringing a salad.
I'm getting fruit.
tequila, please.
I get strawberries
tequila.
and raspberries. There's a lot of fruity aspects because remember, it was once a fruit juice that was oxidized to turn into this vinegar. So there's a lot of that concept that shines.
Now
through,
that vinegar is
correct,
made from
Beth?
what,
I'm
grapes?
I missed a question.
There was once fruit that was oxidized to turn into this vinegar. I mean, that's where it started from. So you're going to get a lot of those fruity notes from the actual.
Exactly. It's a wine vinegar.
Right,
It's
so it's
actually
made out of grapes, right?
It's a Bordeaux style wine
Hey,
vinegar.
so
wow.
we got Cabernet, we got the Merlot, we got Cab Franc, we got Petit Verdot, and we have Malbec. That's your classic Bordeaux blend, just for you at home that didn't know.
I didn't
George
know.
knew. George knew.
I had no idea.
He knew. Come on. All right. So
I have pictures next time you want to do that. Little pictures.
little pictures of you, Dio, doing weird things. No.
Every way to get alcohol into your body, George has.
That's right.
So
Hypodermic needle.
so what I'm making here, if you'd be so kind to open that for me,
I would be so kind.
if you want to get that little effect of the.
You want this to just blow up in my face, right?
I did shake it. I shook it all about before I came in here.
Shake it all about. There we go.
So this is a tequila hibiscus cocktail that I created. So I spent my Saturday, last Saturday, like around 11 in the morning, making cocktails just for fun.
Beautiful.
And
I love it.
I did have to take a nap.
George
What a
did
fun
that.
person.
George did that too, but he was still up
Yeah,
from the night
last
before.
night.
Oh.
So what this is, it's we have the hibiscus vinegar, which is very sweet in nature. Then we've got the jalapeno simple syrup I made, very spicy to balance it out.
You add that in here, right?
Yeah, I just added it in there. And I like to use a really nice silver tequila. It's got a nice, clean, crisp flavor.
Silver means it's been aged for at least 3 months.
We have
folks.
some, don't we?
A plata.
That's what we're using.
A plata.
I miss everything.
That's okay.
Get with the program.
I know.
And then the last ingredient I'm adding is a blood orange soda.
So technically, this is a shrub.
yes,
'Cause we got
technically,
fruit. We have
we've got
vinegar.
fruit, we've got
there we
sugar,
go.
Yeah, baby.
And so this is my take on a very yummy margarita.
I gotta tell you. Oh, so this tastes like a margarita, huh?
This is yummy.
Man, that
A
smells
vinegar
like a
margarita.
A salud.
Never
Here's to
thought
Beth.
I would see the
Here's
day.
to Beth, everybody. Let's give her a round of
Thank you.
applause.
Yay.
Woo, Beth Sadowski, you know, thanks for coming in and making a wonderful, wonderful drink. This is amazing. It's a beautiful color. I mean,
Yeah, it is.
yeah,
Do
You can't go
what do
wrong
think,
with blood orange.
Jason?
Oh yeah, it's good. Yeah, you don't even
Great.
taste the vinegar.
that's exceptional. And you know what? The vinegar just adds to the overall. Yeah, because it gives you an acid that's naturally
Yeah.
occurring.
It's very clean.
That's not
It's also
bad.
they're very.
But this is amazing.
They're very clean drinks. I found when you have that acid of the vinegar, it's not like too syrupy or sugary or
No.
overpowering.
I feel
or
like
And the
it's kind of
acid-
healthy too.
I gotta say, the acid
Yeah,
of the
it's very,
vinegar, the acid of the vinegar works well with the acidic note of the orange.
Can you guys pick up the jalapeno, like in the back of
Totally.
your tongue after the jalapeno?
I
If
do.
it's not enough,
Oh,
you could take a bite of that.
No, no, no,
Do you
I'm not
dare?
gonna take a bite
Anyone?
of
Anyone?
Uh-uh.
Anyone?
El Paso, Texas.
Last
Also,
time I took a bite of something that shriveled, I just regretted it forever.
for aesthetics, usually I'll take a raw jalapeno, I'll slice it, make little round silvers, and I'll throw it in there. It's very.
All right, I'll bite it.
All right, bite the
George.
bite the
He's gonna
shriveled
bite
up
it.
He's
man.
gonna bite the head off.
Wait, I gotta get a picture of this.
I'm going to know when you're ready.
All right, go.
Ready? Locked
for
and
it.
loaded?
This has got to go. Facebook, Georgie.
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect. Probably tasty.
That
huh?
was a very large bite. Very, very large
Yeah, but they're
bite.
not hot.
That's very yummy.
Those are really hot. I don't know.
Are they
yummy.
hot?
I think his face is turning red.
No.
Yep. No, the
This
freshest.
is not something that you want to like eat the whole thing, but
Really?
like all at once. But
Let me
take a
see that
bite.
one.
Jalapenos
Take a
were only
bite.
hot.
It goes right to a nice cruising altitude.
I thought jalapenos were only
Oh
hot.
yeah, no.
Is that hot? Really?
Yeah.
How
I
many
stuck-
Scove
I-
units
I-
or whatever?
I barely stuck my tongue in there and it's on fire.
What the
Yeah.
hell are you doing it?
I hear that a lot.
I see a little bit of
Look
sweat.
at his neck. Look at his neck. Is all red.
I'm a redneck. My neck's always all red.
He's a hick.
He's like, what? He's like, that is gonna hurt later.
Holy crow.
Would you like some vinegar to help
When it
cleanse
hurts-
that out of your body?
It hurts going out. No, I'll take another bite of that.
I gotta
That's
say,
yummy.
tomorrow we're all gonna pee like real clean.
Yeah, does this clean out our kidneys or something?
Yeah,
What does it
seriously.
Urethra.
Jason's tried to beat drug tests with this stuff.
do? Yeah, absolutely. I think that was Bradley.
Was it
but-
successful?
No, it wasn't actually.
No, it's not. Are you kidding me? You can't drink vinegar. This is amazing. I got to say that this is definitely my favorite, the last cocktail you made. Because, seriously, folks, the orange juice, or whatever it is, it works.
That's good balance.
The
It's actually
acid-
good too. Yeah, I was looking at
The
that.
acid in that works well with the acid in the vinegar. And what it does is it leaves, it's crisp.
This
It
is
adds
ri-
a crisp acidity.
This
I mean,
is
that's
rich people soda right here.
Oh, it certainly is.
It's
Yeah.
very.
Well,
it's
that's
very-
doing
it's
very well
classy.
these days. It's very classy. It's also Italian.
it's selling a lot of vinegar.
Moi ami. Anyway, so it's crisp, and the thing is that it's a lot of people perceive crispness as a hop character, something that's maybe acidic in that way because hops have acid. They balance malty sweetness with crisp acidity. What we're doing here is we're balancing the sweetness of the fruit with a crisp acidity from the actual vinegar, which I find to be extremely alluring, and I'm really enjoying
Alluring.
myself.
I love that word.
Because it's bringing me in. It's alluring me. Yeah,
It is very.
It's exceptional, and the thing is that it's very classy, and I think that this is another thing, folks. If you buy one of these wonderful vinegars, and I know there's people at home saying, well, you know what, Brett, I would buy one if you told me the name of it.
And where
so
to
why
get
don't
it.
you, and where to get it? So why don't we let Beth kind of tell us a little bit? I know we can go to iHeart Olive Oil, and we can also go to.
What's your favorite?
Hold on, she's telling us the names and everything.
Well, if you go to my website, I Heart Olive Oil New York, IHEART oliveoil.com. I said New York. I was thinking like I Heart New York.
yeah,
iHeartOliveoil.com. I have a list of stores throughout the country that you can get it
Brick and mortars. Okay.
for brick and mortar
What
stores.
is this specific? I see this is
So the brand is called Rosendahl.
Rosendahl.
ROZENDAL.
That's not like Rosenthal, right?
It's,
No, Rosendahl.
sounds just like it.
Okay, yeah.
Except different.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Did they do this? Is this like a turkey? Remember when you were a kid and you used to like make a hand and then that was the turkey when you were?
I'm sorry, I don't remember that.
It
You
does
guys
look
look
like
like-
that, yeah.
You do that?
You didn't do that?
Sounds
Come
a little
on,
weird
George
if you
did
ask
it,
me.
right?
Here.
Is that legal?
I did that. I have
Let
a
me do it
shirt
on your
like that now.
chest.
You remember you used to make a hand and then the head was a turkey and the
You know, just for the record, George, I can see through your sunglasses and where you're staring.
Is it your cleavage?
Just for the record, they're not that dark.
Is it your cleavage?
Yeah.
You notice me staring at your cleavage?
I was so worried about not wearing a skirt, I forgot about the cleavage.
Thank God. Thank God for that. Never.
Now I know why my chair is
That was
lower.
awesome.
Now I know why my chair is lower than all of yours.
Beth Sadowski.
Beth, you caught me in the mid act of being a heterosexual.
Not only-
I'm gonna show you the turkey. Dirty heterosexual. I'm gonna show you my turkey.
I don't know.
I want to see your turkey. No, come on.
Wait, here.
This
I'm
is
sorry.
something we did
This
in like
is
first
funny.
grade.
Did you ever do this, Beth? Because Beth says she never did this before.
Beth, you gotta
and
do it.
We're gonna do a lot of things with Beth that she's never done before.
I got you.
What? This is fantastic. I'm enjoying the crap out of this.
Actually, really,
Seriously.
really good. Really, really good. You could
Folks-
serve this in Key West on the beach.
Absolutely.
yeah.
You know, here's the thing:
You
is
can-
you normally drink a cocktail, it doesn't have anything to balance. It gets
Yeah.
too sweet. It cloys up, and you don't want another one. This is something that will balance the sweetness with a good aesthetic.
I keep
right?
going back to it every time.
And-
I'm like, oh, I want more.
Because you're balanced,
Yeah.
right? It
If I, can
quenches
give a
your
good,
thirst.
if I can give a good tip as well, this is a cocktail that you can actually make in a pitcher because there's no like muddling. It's very simple.
You don't
so
even
you
have
can
to-
make it in a big pitcher and you could serve like your guests at a party and just it's very
That's amazing.
easy. Very easy.
It is.
How do you like my turkey?
That's pretty good.
Interesting.
George, everybody at home, did you see George's turkey?
I'm-
This is really good.
Just for the
gotta
record, I've
get a
never
little
seen a
closer.
turkey that large before.
Here, hold that up to the
George is
camera.
big.
What
George
is that?
Wait.
What says
All right,
on
Beth.
the back of that
George
book?
is a big turkey.
That's right. But now I'm gonna show you.
Can I read this?
Hold on.
Can I
Those are my
read
show
this?
notes. Sure.
I don't
Don't
know.
give away his secrets. Those are trade
Those
secrets.
are show notes for tomorrow.
People at home will.
Now that I've shown you my turkey, here's my one-eared elephant. Have you ever seen one of these?
No, no, sit down, George. Crossing the line. The line has been crossed.
All right.
And watching
One
George
more of these
right-
drinks, you'll want to see it.
Yeah, watching George right now, that reminds me. Do not drink and drive. Do not overconsume. Please only drink the taste like we do on By the Glass. Drink everything responsibly. If you're under 21, do not drink. If you're pregnant, wait to drink. Yeah, wait the 9 months. The kid will thank you when he's old enough. And please, drink.
My
all this-
mom didn't wait. Look what happened.
Look what happened to George. Seriously, enjoy all these wonderful things. I like to go home and drink, and then I can just pass out on the floor with my face pressed right up against the tile. I
Yeah, I
enjoy
drink
it. I do it
Home
every
Alone,
Saturday.
too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you're both married.
Very happily married and drunk on Saturday night. Anyway, so I just want everybody to be safe out there because it's the holidays, and there's enough drunks out there that are going to kill you on the roadways. You don't need to do it to somebody else. So, and it's been such a joy to have Beth. It always is. She's such a wonderful, upbeat person who brings in her cutting edge cocktails and her new world view, which there's just not enough of it out there. And she's always
just
upbeat.
crazy.
She's crazy. Who else shaves their legs with olive oils and drink vinegar? Beth Sadowski.
Makes
Not at
drinks
the
on
same
Saturday
time.
morning.
And me, since
At
I met
the
her.
same time, come on, you do it
All
at the same
right,
time.
Sometimes.
It's fantastic, and we can't help but love her on this show.
Go check out our website, please.
Please check out our website. I Heart Olive Oil. Is that all spelled out that way?
iHeartOliveOil.com. You can get a list of retail stores to find your products if you don't want to go on the website.
Guys, I'm telling
you can
you.
email me through the site as well.
Makes a perfect gift.
I'm gonna
Do
order
you have
some
like the little
truffle oil.
baskets with different olive oils and
I
stuff?
do, and actually, there's a gift set of these 4 vinegars.
There is?
You can get like they're like little liquor bottles, and you can.
You're
fly
kidding
yeah,
me.
It's perfect.
Folks, you hear that?
Yep.
You can't find a better gift.
Yep.
Seriously. Not only do you can use them for salads, you can use them for high-end food. I mean, let's face it. This is the nice border I'm looking for. This is the bridge that I'm looking for between cocktails, beverages, and food because they all really work together. Seriously, we're eating Triscuits and spray cheese, and it even tastes good with these cocktails. Imagine if you had a nice piece of aged manchetto or a nice piece of Asiago, with a nice whole grain cracker. These vinegar cocktails would accent all of that absolutely perfectly, as well as just a bevy of other things. And it's time for you to go out and do something interesting. And and present it to the people that are in your life. Look, they've had the same Jello mold you've been making for 12 years, for the last 12 years. Go out there and do something fun. Go out there and do something interesting. Go to iHeart Olive Oil. Get some ideas for the holidays.
You don't
Jason.
like my ambrosia salad?
I did like, I like your ambrosia tossed salad. That's always my favorite. Oh. But seriously.
And you guys talking about me.
You guys don't get out much.
I stick to wholesome things like cleavage and legs.
Yeah, Yeah, well, that certainly,
Elements.
but honestly, that wasn't dirty. Can we get away with that with the FCC?
Yeah. The FCC has nothing to do with us.
She's got great.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying even tossed salad. You can say that.
Yeah. Well,
don't even
used
know.
to
I
be able
toss
to.
my salad with the vinegars all the time.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you,
And she
Beth,
has
for sending
many,
us.
many more recipes on the website. You can go check out.
You got to check out our website. I check it out all the time. I peruse.
And we're on Facebook.
Oh, tell me about your Facebook. Give me your Twitter. Tell me about that.
Facebook, Twitter, all of it. Foursquare, iHeart, Olive Oil is the how you can find us. I Facebook a lot. I travel a lot throughout the country.
You do?
For trade shows, visiting customers, looking for new products. So I Facebook, follow me. I post a lot of
Follow
crazy
Beth.
pictures.
iHeart Olive Oil.
I'll
Totally
be
do.
posting some great pictures of the crew here tonight when I
And
get
you
home.
can listen to this because By the Glass Show at Brett Hubbard is on iTunes. You can also go to SoFlo Radio on YouTube and watch all of the By the Glass and other great SoFlo. Definitely, you got a lot of great shows. It's Post Time, awesome show, Mondays through Fridays, 5 to 7 p.m. and Thursdays 6 to 7. You got the Powwow, you got the Jack
4 to 6.
4 to
Post time.
6. Yeah, 4 to 6. We love those guys, and
They're great.
please, definitely, we got a lot of great shows. SoFlo Radio, By the Glass Show, Beth Sadowski, iHeartOliveOil.com. Thank you so much, Ed Roberts, for putting together another wonderful show. Thank you so much to Beth, the
Thank
lovely
you.
and wonderful Beth.
Merry
guys are
Christmas,
great.
Happy New
Oh,
Year.
I love you guys.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. I
We're
don't
off
hear the
next
music
week.
chiming in, but maybe George has to turn up the
There it is.
radio. Thank you so much, Dio, for sitting back there and drinking with us tonight, and George and Jason. And I just, I'm feeling all warm and fuzzy. I don't know if it's the olive oil or the vinegar, but
I think it's the vinegar.
yeah, I'm just having a wonderful time, and I
That's
can't thank
awesome.
you all enough for
Happy
joining us
holiday
for a whole
season.
nother year. We'll catch you next year, or if have a great holiday and a merry, merry, wonderful, and wonderful one. Try some of these vinegars cocktails at your next party. See you later. Love you guys, and good night.
SoFloRadio.com and SoFloTelevision.com.